let me just ask you a real question, man. Is that like scary to like go there and to actually think about these things? Some of the things that you're talking about, going back to your deepest memory, your first memory as a child, really reflecting on these sorts of experiences that have shaped you. I mean, you can tell Mike has gone deep. I've gone deep as well. It's kind of one of the things we like to do here. And also, like, let me just ask you a real question, man. Is that like scary to like go there and to actually think about these things?
For me, it wasn't necessarily scary because I was coming from a place of curiosity. So I was very curious and not judgmental. And I know you kind of guided and pre-framed me to believe that. So I think because I had you kind of Sherpa me through what type of emotion I should have and led with curiosity versus judgment, because I remember a conversation you and I had about that judgment is like the very like base level of violence. So it's like if we come into a situation where I'm coming from a place of judgment, then that could lead more towards like a violent approach to myself, which has happened, where curiosity is more of this gentleness, softness, where it gives myself permission to say, let's go explore, let's kind of poke around a little bit and see what's actually true. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think there was too much fear around that much, but I could see how it could be for some people, because if they are approaching some of those inner stories and it's not what they expected. So like for me, if I went into it and I was like, shit, okay, I was actually a quite feminine boy. And that might be deemed like, I know you and I had conversations about that as like, am I gay? Like I had to go into these questions. And so I guess maybe those questions were a little scary for me.
Right. And it's like, well, it's okay. You can be feminine and not be gay, which is again, a whole nother thing.
At that time, I was being vulnerable and being very curious. Is like,
that is some real curiosity. I appreciate that. Yeah.
That was real. Like it was real. So maybe there was a little fear there around that, but I guess by not having the judgment, by making sure I was curious, by going through the process of just, honoring myself and wanting to peel back some of those layers, I was able to get to some of the truth. And, the saying, truth will set you free. And once I got that information, once I was able to kind of do some of that digging, then I was like, cool, I can build on a foundation that's rooted into what's real versus what's rooted into what society thinks I'm supposed to root into.